Hello everyone, welcome back to Pavli. So in this video, we are going to learn how to create ActiveTrail contact from new Google Sheets tables row. So I run an online store and whenever I receive a new lead who is interested in my product, I manually enter that lead detail in my Google Sheets tables row. So here in this case, I want whenever I add a new detail in my Google Sheets tables row, automatically using that detail, a new contact should be created in my ActiveTrail account so that I can further engage with that lead. So to build this connection, I need to connect these applications using an automation software named as Pabli Connect. So to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, we are going to learn how to create ActiveTrail contact from new Google Sheets tables row. So as I've already mentioned in my introduction that I run an e-commerce business and keep track of my customers and leads in Google Sheets table. So whenever someone shows interest in our products, I add their details to this Google Sheet table. So to ensure I don't miss any opportunities, I use ActiveTrail for managing email campaigns and follow-ups. So here in this case, I want whenever I add a new detail in my Google Sheets tables row, automatically using that detail, a new contact should be created in my ActiveTrail account. So to set up this connection, I need to build an integration between my Google Sheets and my ActiveTrail account, and by connecting Google Sheets with ActiveTrail, I can automatically create a new contact in ActiveTrail every time I add a new row to my Google Sheets table. So this way I can quickly follow up with leads, send personalized offers and keep everything organized without manually transferring data. It saves me time and helps me manage my leads more effectively. So here to set up this connection, I am going to use an automation software named as Pabli Connect. So Pabli Connect is an amazing automation and integration software, and it connects all your favorite apps and makes them work together seamlessly. You can set it up to do things automatically like updating customer info across platforms or sending notifications when something important happens. It's really easy to use and saves you tons of time that you can spend on more important stuff. Plus, it keeps everything organized and error-free so you can focus on growing your business hassle-free. So this is the homepage of Pabli Connect, and you can visit this page by simply browsing for the URL pabli.com/connect. And here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get 300 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabli apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabli. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabli Connect. So this is the dashboard of Pabli Connect, and here to build my connection, I need to create a workflow first. So for that, I'm going to click on this Create Workflow button given on the top right corner. Now here in this Create Workflow dialog box, I have to give a name to my workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as Create ActiveTrail Contact from New Google Sheets Tables Row. And here I'm going to select my folder as Google Sheets. You can select your folder as per your need. Also, you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here to learn how to create a new folder in Pabli Connect, you have to click on this Learn More link given over here. And by clicking on this, it will take you to our forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder in Pabli Connect. So now moving back to my Pabli's dashboard, and here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this Create button given over here. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow, and here on my screen you can see the two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up a trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as Google Sheets. So Google Sheets is a free web-based spreadsheet program that allows you to create, edit and share spreadsheets online. It's like having a powerful and flexible digital workbook that you can access from any device with an internet connection. People use Google Sheets because it's super convenient for collaborating with others in real time. Whether you are tracking expenses, creating project plans, analyzing data, or working on a group assignment, Google Sheets makes it easy to work together and stay organized. Plus, it integrates seamlessly with other Google apps like Google Drive and Google Forms, making it a go-to tool for personal and professional use. So here in my Google Sheets trigger step, I'm going to select my trigger event as new or updated spreadsheet row. So that whenever I'm going to add a new detail in my Google Sheets tables row, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture a response. And here you can see I have received a webhook URL. That means here I'm going to use this webhook URL to connect my Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So here following the instructions given below, firstly here I'm going to copy this webhook URL. And here I've already logged in my Google Sheets account, and here you can see the spreadsheet which I've created with the name Lead Management. So now here I'm going to connect this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect in order to send the information from this Google Sheets to Pabbly Connect. So here to build that connection, I'm going to click on this extensions given over here, and from here I'm going to click on this add-ons, and here under add-ons I'm going to select Get Add-ons. And then a Google Workspace Marketplace window will appear in front of you. So from here we are going to search for an add-on, that is Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And after that, you have to install this add-on in your Google Sheets account. So here you can see it is already installed in my Google Sheets account. So moving back, and after installing this add-on in your Google Sheets, then you have to follow the same steps. So once you have installed this add-on, then you have to refresh your window, and that's a necessary step. So now after refreshing your window, you have to click on this extensions again, and then you will be able to see your option of Pabbly Connect Webhooks over here. So from here you have to click on this initial setup given over here. And here under initial setup, you can see it is asking me for a webhook URL and the trigger column. So here for this webhook URL, I'm going to enter the webhook URL that I have received in my Pabbly's workflow. So this is my webhook URL, and then here it is asking me for a trigger column. So the trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here in my Google Sheet, you can see my last data column is column G. So here I'm going to enter my trigger column as column G. And now here after entering this webhook URL and the trigger column, I'm going to click on the submit given over here. And here you can see it says setup configured successfully. So with this, we have successfully set up our webhook URL inside our Google Sheets. So moving back to my Pabbly's workflow, and here you can see as it is waiting for webhook response. That means here to receive a webhook response, we need to do a test submission. And to do a test submission, we need to add a test record in our Google Sheets tables row. So for that, let me take you back to my Google Sheets. And here I'm going to enter a dummy data and do a test submission. But here before entering a dummy data, we need to follow another very important step so that whenever I'm going to add a new detail in my Google Sheets tables row, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to receive a response. So for that, I'm going to click on this extensions again, and from here I'm going to click on this Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and from here I'm going to turn on this send on event. So by turning it on, then whenever I'm going to add a new detail in my Google Sheets tables row, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture a response. So you can see we have successfully turned it on. So now let's go and check it. And here you can see we have received a tick in front of the send on event. That means we have successfully turned it on. So now here let me tell you one more important thing, that make sure your table headers are in row 1 and you enter your first detail from row 2. So now here I'm going to enter dummy data and do a test submission. So here for the first name, I'm going to enter the name as dummy, last name as lead, city as Bhopal, email as dummy@pabblytunes.com. Here I'm going to enter a random phone number. Here for the source, I'm going to select Facebook and status as hot lead. So here I've successfully entered a detail over here. So now let's go and check our Pabbly's workflow. And here you can see we have successfully received a response over here where we have received the status, spreadsheet name, scrolling little down. Here you can see the source, sheet name, row index, phone number, last name, first name, email address, and the city. So with this, we have successfully set up this trigger step. Now let's move to action step. And here I'm going to select my action application as ActiveTrail. So ActiveTrail is an email marketing and automation platform that helps businesses send personalized emails, create automation workflows, and track campaign performance. People use ActiveTrail because it makes it easy to design attractive emails, set up automated messages, and analyze how well their campaigns are doing. It's a handy tool for engaging with customers, boosting sales, and keeping everything organized in one place. So here in my ActiveTrail action step, I'm going to select my action event as create a contact, so that whenever I'm going to add a new detail in my Google Sheets tables row, automatically using that detail, a new contact will be created in my ActiveTrail account. And now here to connect my ActiveTrail with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your ActiveTrail account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, it is asking me to enter a API key. So here, following the instructions given below, here I've already logged in my ActiveTrail account, and from here I'm going to click on this integrations given over here, and here under integrations I'm going to select API keys. And here under API keys, I'm going to generate a new API key by clicking on this new button given over here. And here I'm going to give a name to my API key, that is new leads. And then I'm going to click on the save given over here. And here you can see I have successfully received a new API key. So here I'm going to copy it, moving back to my Pabbly's workflow. And here I'm going to enter this API key. So now here after entering this API key, here I'm going to click on the save given over here. And here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here it is asking me for email address, first name, last name, and some other fields. So here instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response I've received in my trigger step. Mapping makes a text dynamic so that whenever we are going to add a new details in our Google Sheets tables row, then automatically this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So here I'm going to map my lead's email address. So this is the email. Here I'm going to map the first name. So this is the first name. Here I'm going to map the last name. So this is the last name. Scrolling little down. Here I'm going to map the mobile number. So this is the mobile number. Here this anniversary and birthday is not a required field, so here I'm going to leave it blank. Here for the city, I'm going to map the city. Scrolling little down. Again, this fax, phone number, and some other fields are not a required field, so here I'm going to leave them blank. But if you want to add any other detail, then you can do it as per your need. And now here after entering all the required data, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here. And here you can see we have successfully received a response over here. That means we have successfully created a new contact in our ActiveTrail account. So now let's go and check it. And here under contacts, you can see we have successfully created a new contact with the email as dummy@pabblytudes.com, a random phone number, first name as dummy, last name as lead. So with this, we have successfully set up our automation. Now let's test our automation with a real-time example to check whether it is working or not. So to test our automation, we need to add a new record in our Google Sheets tables row. And for that, let me take you back to my Google Sheets. So here I'm going to enter another dummy data and do a test submission. So here for the first name, I'm going to enter the name as demo, last name as lead, city as Bhopal, email as demo@pabblytudes.com. Here I'm going to enter a random phone number. And here for the source, I'm going to select the source as Instagram and status as hot lead. So here I've successfully added a new detail over here. So now let's go and check our ActiveTrail account. Here I'm going to refresh it. And here you can see we have successfully created a new contact over here with the email as demo@pabblytudes.com, a random phone number, first name as demo, last name as lead. So with this, we have successfully tested our automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken our trigger as Google Sheets and our action as ActiveTrail, so that whenever we are going to add a new detail in our Google Sheets tables row, automatically using that detail, a new contact will be created in our ActiveTrail account. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubt, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can contact us on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can contact us on www.pabbly.com. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.